How are you? How was your week? It was a good week. It was just a little cooler this week. And we are basically halfway through summer. So we still have a lot of time left to enjoy the warmth and the sun and being outside. But we're not going to be hot for a very long time. Just a couple more weeks. And then maybe be comfortable for a while. So I had no idea what I was going to talk about today. And it is a little early because I am going away. But I was thinking, and have been thinking all along, about something that has to do with Jesus and the Bible. And so it's not so much something that happens in my own life, although it does. But why did Jesus come? Why did we need him to come and almost basically change the rules? Why did the rules need to be changed? Because if you look in the Old Testament of the Bible, those first couple of books basically are rules. Lots and lots of rules. And yet when Jesus came, he changed all of that. So why? If God knows everything, if God can do anything, why would he change the rules? So then I had to look and see, what rules did he change? And, basically we all know what he changed. This is what Hebrews 7:27 says. He's not like other priests. They had to offer sacrifices every day, first for their own sins and then for the sins of the people. So the sacrifices were animals, yes? But Christ does not need to do that. He offered his sacrifice only once and for all time. Christ offered himself. So here's some rules. The rules that they used to have, that you had to sacrifice a lamb to be forgiven. You had to sacrifice animals. There's a story, I can't remember the name, but where the father was told to sacrifice his son, and then Jesus stopped it right before it happened. So there was a different way of asking for forgiveness, and Jesus came, and by dying and going through that pain and rising, he changed that rule because he did it. Matthew 5:17-20. Don't think I come to destroy the law of Moses or the teaching of the prophets. I've not come to destroy their teachings. I've come to do what they said. I tell you the truth. Nothing will disappear from the law until heaven and earth are gone. Meaning, he didn't really change anything. You know what he did? He made it easier to figure out of all of them. He did what teachers do, what preschool teachers do. You make it easier for them so they can do what they're supposed to do. That happens to me a lot. That happens to me a lot. You have to change a child's behavior, you got to figure out a way that works. And sometimes the old rules and the way they were written did not work. Does this make sense? So Jesus came to change the rules. Here's the thing. Jesus made rules. God made rules, the Father, right in the beginning. He created, and then he had to have organization. He had to have a way of making sure that people will be able to live with each other. So he made a bunch of rules, and then he made some more and some more. Because he was creating this culture, this world. There has to be a way to control it. And so that's what he did. He controlled this world. And for thousands of years, that's how people figured out how to work and live together. And then we didn't maybe need so many specific, detailed things written down. Maybe we just needed some real straightforward things. Love God with all your might. straightforward. They didn't know how to do that 2,000 years ago. And then the other one, love other people. Love other people. That covers all the rest of the rules. Those 10 commandments are about loving other people and loving God. So Jesus came to make it simpler because we were able to follow the rules. So what do we learn from this? What does this mean? I guess to me it means if a rule changes, like a law, if it changes, maybe it's changing so that the ultimate goal, which whether you're talking about Christianity or government or society, the ultimate goal is be kind to each other, take care of each other. They have rules about speeding because they don't want you to get hurt. They have rules about beating each other up because they don't want you to get hurt. So, God made the rules, and then he said, listen, you figure out how to do this and follow these rules, and then we'll calm down a little bit. And then he sent Jesus. He said, listen, make it simple. Because you know I like simple. Make it simple. Simply, love the Lord your God with all your might, your soul, and your mind. And treat others the way you want to be treated. Take care of other people. Be kind. If you see that rules are changing, look at it and see. Maybe the changing rules are good. Maybe they're just the same as the old rules. It's just easier to follow them and easier to understand them. Honestly, I live my life that way. If there's an easier way to figure it out, I want to figure it out that way. Maybe because I work with 3-year-olds. When you get confused, when you look back and you say, well, why were these rules so important 2,000 years ago? And then, 4,000 years ago, and then 2,000 years ago they changed. Maybe it's because they didn't change. Maybe they didn't change. Maybe we just figured out how to follow them, and now we can put it in more simple language. So, Matthew 22, 36 through 40 says, the Pharisee asked, teacher, which command in the law is the most important? And Jesus answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. This is the first and most important command. And the second command is like the first. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Here we go. All the law and the writings of the prophets depend on these two commands. We brought it down to simple. Brought it down to language we can understand. And then, Luke 22:20, in the same way after supper, Jesus took the cup and said, listen, this cup shows the new agreement that God makes with his people. This new agreement begins with my blood, which is poured out for you. God made an agreement way, way back, and now there's a new way to say it, but it's basically the same agreement. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Eat the stuff that's not going to make you sick. And remember that God is first. If I can go through my day and remember be kind to each other, maybe I can get through the day without having an argument with someone, without getting angry at someone, without having to be tough. That's my ultimate goal. Get through the day and be kind and happy and safe. My ultimate goal for my kids, don't get hurt. Let's follow the rules. All right, so maybe Jesus did not change the rules. Maybe what Jesus did was made them more simple to understand. And you know, I like simple. So I'm going to follow the rules. And I'm going to take care of the people that I can and love the world. All right, that's a little dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. Have a great week. I love you. I miss you a lot. But we will be together soon. Take care.